Hello everyone, welcome back to another live. Yes, how are you all doing? Cool.
Okay.
So on today's stream we have Michael.
Hello, back again.
And then down below we have Lewis.
Hello.
How are you? How are you both doing?
Okay.
That's good. So what we're going to do now, we're going to go into what pickups we've got this week. So Michael, you can go first.
Which you told me that before. I already put them away. The three things that I've gotten this week, one of which I can actually show off, is season 2, volume 2 of the classic Fantastic Four cartoon, which I grew up with. The same with the X-Men cartoon, the Incredible Hulk cartoon, and the Spider-Man cartoon. So it's one that I needed for the collection. The two that I put away, that I can only grab one. Last week, I knocked out a huge chunk of what I was missing for my Star Trek Voyager collection. So I basically got, it was season 4, 6, and 7. And what was left there for me for this week was season 6 of The Next Generation, which is already behind me and I'm not about to move stuff to go grab it. So that's Next Generation complete now. As well as I got season 5 of Star Trek Voyager, which completes Star Trek Voyager for me, which means I am nearly done with my Star Trek collection. I am just missing season 2, 3, and 6 of Deep Space Nine, and then a bunch of the modern Treks. Hi, AJ. Of course, you join us in and start talking about Star Trek. What and do?
Well, first of all, that's a mean haircut you got.
Yes, thank you. I had to for christening I was going to on Sunday.
Makes you look hard.
If I grew my beard any longer, I would look like my uncle.
Okay.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Bad thing, because baldness runs in the family.
All right.
So that's basically what I picked up, which was the Fantastic Four DVD, season 6 of The Next Generation, which completes that, and season 5 of Voyager, which completes that.
Yeah, that's good. Lewis, what have you picked up this week?
I mean, I picked up like one. I only watch like movies online.
Okay. What did you watch?
I mean, I've recently tried to watch the new Ghostbusters. Kind of forgot to watch it, so I watched a TV show instead. So I started watching Arrow.
Arrow, yeah.
Yeah.
Good show, that is.
It is, yeah. For like the half of the season I've watched. Yep.
Yeah, what have you picked up this week?
What have I picked up? Let me show you.
I think the better question is, what didn't AJ pick up?
Oh.
That's what I picked up this week.
Oh,
nice.
Another fruit.
Yeah, a little baby cockapoo for a sister, as a sister for Brody. Actually, it is Brody's sister. It is a half sister. It's from the same mother.
Oh, nice.
Only a baby, just over 8 weeks.
Nice, that is. That's cute.
Don't you get?
That reminds me, I'm getting a new kitten tomorrow as well, off of a friend of mine, which is going to be weird considering it's been 3 months since I lost my previous cat. So I'm going to have to get used to that new routine, especially since it's a kitten. I'm going to have to give it a lot more attention. But I do have a name for him. I'm going to call him Calcifer, which is a fire demon from my favorite film of all time, castle.
Oh man. Oh, that's cute. Oh. Mum said you want one.
What did I pick up? I picked up, obviously, Falcon and Winter Soldier came out. I did get that.
Yeah.
And from 88 Films, I got the Western Hanny Calder, which is an old film starring Raquel Welch.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a revenge film.
Hey,
Her
man.
husband gets killed, she gets raped and goes after the geezers at the end.
Okay, that. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
Box.
I picked up
I'm
a few
considering it.
Blu-rays. Picked up yesterday.
Good film. Good film.
Right.
Yeah.
Nope.
I enjoyed that.
Also picked up Riddick with Vin Diesel.
Another good one.
Mm-hmm.
Doing a fourth
Pain
one,
and Gain.
apparently. And Pain and Gain's a very good film. That's a very underrated Michael Bay movie. It's based on a true story, but it's done with a very comedic twist to it in the way they do the story. It's a really good film.
I'm going to watch that soon then. I also picked up Sherlock the complete season 1 and 2 on DVD.
Some good pickups because they're good as well.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I only have season 1 on Blu-ray. I keep meaning to get the rest.
I enjoy Sherlock.
I thought you'd like a Michael, being that there was it Mark Gatiss, isn't it? Yeah.
Yes, well, it was my mother who turned me on to that because she was a massive Sherlock fan for years. Her favorite iteration of Sherlock, or her favorite actor to play Sherlock, was Jeremy Brett. That was her ride and die. She didn't look so much like Basil Rathbone. It was Jeremy Brett or nothing. Which is how I managed to get a classic Doctor Who DVD for free from the library, which I actually have right here. This is the one that I used. I used a Jeremy Brett Sherlock box set in order to get this for free from the library.
Ain't bad.
Cool. Jeremy Brett was pretty good as Sherlock.
Yeah.
I like that. I do like the Cumberbatch Sherlock show. It's very good.
Yeah, it's brilliant. Yeah, good show that is. I've been recently watching a show called Dark Matter.
Dark Matter. Is that new?
Yeah, by Apple. It's by Apple. It's basically about this guy who gets. There's 2 versions of himself. One from a different world. So then the other one comes through, takes the one that's in one world, takes it into the other world, and it's good. I am really enjoyed it. It's actually a brilliant show. It really is good. I recommend it so far. Episode 4. I'm watching episode 4 tonight.
Is there another show called Dark? Is that a name that's been used for a show before? I'm gonna have a look.
I think
I
so.
rings a bell.
I'm gonna have a look. It rings a bell. I know there's a new show called it, but I'm sure there's an old show with the same name.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, in 2015 there was a Dark Matter. There's a few actually. Yeah, that's why it's a TV series. 2015, 2017. That's why. That's why it's ringing a bell.
Yeah.
The name.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does anyone know when Madam Meb's coming out on Blu-ray?
Monday.
Monday. I was gonna say, because I looked on it about 2 months ago when I did my Blu-ray hunt. It was even out.
Yeah. It's I know Xavi have just, because I'm getting the steelbook for it.
Yeah.
Xavi have just taken the money for it.
Okay. So it's up Monday then, yeah?
Yeah.
Might go down there on Monday then. Oh God, what else? What was your show I've been watching?
What?
I used to do a lot of reviews actually, because I've finished X-Men '97 now as well.
I've not even. I've got them. I've got bootlegs for them. I've not even started it.
I haven't even started it myself. I think if I were to watch it, I'd want to rewatch the original first because it's been 20 years, so I've forgotten everything.
Haven't you got the originals, Michael?
I have a
I'm sure you
few
have.
of the volumes that I found. I'm not sure if it's everything from it, but whenever I see them, the same with the Fantastic Four one, I will usually pick it up if it's one I don't have.
Cool.
Lewis, what was that you held up in your hand?
Oh, you mean this?
What is that?
No, it's my turn.
Alright,
You want it?
next thing.
Yeah, I got 2 left out of the 4.
What is it? An energy drink?
Yup.
So, AJ, I
Okay.
have a question for you, and it is
Either.
Star Trek related in
Of course,
two forms. Of course, it's Star Trek.
Yeah, the answer is Wrath of Khan.
So, number one is, what do you think of the official, unofficial confirmation that they're basically rebooting First Contact?
Okay, I saw your video come up. I've not watched it yet, and I don't know the news, so you have to quickly fill me in.
So there's this director who worked on, Dark Phoenix. He wrote and directed it.
Who's that? Kinberg.
Yeah. He's supposedly directing this new one, and they've said that it's going to take place decades before the Kelvin film. So it's technically set in the prime timeline, and it's going to cover First Contact, the build up to First Contact, as well as the formation of Starfleet. Something we've already seen in the film Star Trek First Contact and Star Trek Enterprise.
Okay, so they're not remaking Star Trek First Contact then?
No, they're rebooting it.
They're just giving you a story of First Contact,
which we've already seen.
Yeah, but if you're doing it in that film's not continuity to that, is it?
It is, because when the Kelvin timeline splinters off from the prime timeline is when the USS Kelvin gets destroyed. Anything
All right, so is this a Kelvin timeline film?
It's supposedly a Kelvin timeline film, but set before the destruction of the USS Kelvin, which makes it prime timeline. Now you see where I'm getting a headache from.
I don't know. So, if you could imagine First Contact occurring, all right, look at it this way: pretend if you're not there at the events of what goes on around that that silo.
Yeah.
You could have events of First Contact occurring outside of that and those events, if that makes sense.
It does, and that's what I would like to see. But I don't like the wording of it, essentially from the article. Because the way it sounds, and it's what has a lot of people upset, is they're essentially rebooting First Contact, doing a reboot of that, as well as how the Starfleet formed.
Yeah, I'd have to see what comes of it in the end.
Yeah.
I don't think
it happens at
have
all.
any impact on that film.
Yeah. The next question is: have you heard of who's been casted in as a captain for Starfleet Academy?
Yes, I know the actress. I forget her name now.
Holly something. Hunter, yeah. What are your thoughts on that?
She's a fine actress.
Well, I haven't seen. The only bit of work that I've seen, rather heard her in, is The Incredibles. That's it.
No, she's been in quite a few bits. She's fine. She's I know her as a younger from being a younger actress. I don't think I've seen anything for a long time. So I'm sure she's matured into a decent. She'll be a decent lead for it. But My question to you, Michael,
Okay.
is how do you manage to sabotage everyone's lives with Star Trek talk?
I can't help that it's a special interest of mine. I can't help
Mhm.
it. He's gone.
Yep. Okay, I'm going to admit one thing. I
Oh, you kicked the wrong person out then.
I didn't even kick him out.
I've actually never seen anything Star Trek related because my brain forgets to.
Never.
Never.
I mean,
Like Star Wars, I forget. I'll say I watch it. It gets to the day I'm gonna watch it, and then something turns up, and I forget to actually watch it.
Okay, so you haven't watched anything Star Trek or Star Wars?
Nope.
So, Michael, where would you suggest someone who's never seen Star Trek jump into Star Trek?
I'm going to say The Next Generation and or Voyager. But if you don't want to like watch the '90s track, then I guess jump straight in with either Strange New Worlds or Discovery. Or if you want to go the animated route, you can watch Lower Decks or Prodigy. Those would be my recommendations.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So if I was going to go next year, if I was to advise someone to watch Next Generation, I certainly wouldn't tell them to watch seasons 1 and 2. I'd say jump in at about 3. I wouldn't recommend Discovery in any way, shape, or form. Lower Decks, I think, you'll give the wrong impression of Star Trek.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's a tough one. But there we go. It's a tough one. I don't know where I'd advise.
Well, I'm going to amend what you said about TNG and add in watch the very first episode to kind of get a feel for the cast and crew before jumping straight into season 3.
It's not a very good pilot, though, is it? Counter at Farpoint.
I enjoyed it.
Sorry?
I enjoyed Counter at Farpoint.
Yeah, but it's very dated looking now.
Yeah.
It didn't look very good then.
Yeah.
What are you eating?
Mom's got something to do.
Some soft mints.
Yeah.
It's the only thing that's helping with my toothache at the moment. Surprisingly enough.
Sorry, go on, Luke.
That's Lewis's.
Yeah.
Joel's amazing, Lewis. You want to watch Star Trek? I'd watch from the first new film and the card TV show.
Mm-hmm. I'm considering if I should drink one and save one for college or save them both for college.
It's up
I
to
think you
you.
should save them both. How many you drunk today?
1.
And
And
save the rest
in fact,
for college.
yeah, better so I'll save the 2 for college work. Let me just fold the box back up.
Lewis, make sure that the teacher doesn't see it.
Well, Brandon has lied because he said they are allowed in college.
They're not allowed. I don't think, aren't they?
I'll message someone about it.
I don't know. Liam, I don't know. Lewis, safe for college, but only one. Mom says.
Okay, so I'm gonna drink one now. I don't care. Gotta.
What?
No, because if I take the other one home, I know that one of my brothers are gonna steal it, no matter what I do. And I bought the 4-pack, so I'm
How much was it?
drink this one. £2 actually.
£2.
£2.
And it's Tyson Fury.
Yeah, it's the sour cherry flavor.
Oh. No, Lewis, they're bad for you.
And is this
Certainly not good for you.
Yeah,
No.
I haven't had like one until yesterday. I hadn't had one in like a month or 2. It's not like I'm constantly buying and downing them.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, actually, I'm very sure about that.
Okay.
It's like,
Mom's got a question for you, AJ. Have you seen the trailer for Trap?
No. What's Trap?
Oh, it's this. Oh, damn! I forgot his name. The actor's name. What's his name?
Is this the new M Night Shyamalan film?
Yeah.
Or is that
Hey, what got?
Trap? Josh
What do you think of his
Hartnett.
name? That's
Josh
it.
Hartnett.
No, they
Oh yeah, M Night Shyamalan. Yeah, no, I've not.
Yeah.
No, I ain't watched that trailer.
It looks good, AJ.
I should. I'll give it a watch. But no, I've not watched it yet.
Yeah, it
I'm
looks
not.
good.
I get overly excited by M Night Shyamalan films.
This one looks good though.
Sorry.
I said this one looks good. It is a good film. This one does.
Yeah, maybe it'll have a turnaround.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take a look at it later.
I've heard something like, not going off way off topic here, and I told Lewis about it at college the other day. That Liam Neeson is being cast as Doom in the new Fantastic Four, apparently.
Yeah, I heard that rumor as well.
Yeah.
Mm.
Would you think that's a good decision for Marvel to make, or?
He's already played a villain in the Nolan Batman trilogy as Ra's al Ghul, so he can play a villain. As well as he was good cop, bad cop in the Lego movie. So I don't know. I liked everything that I've seen him in so far. So
yeah,
whether or not he's a good Doom, if it is true, I'll just wait to see what he's like to then form my opinion.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Lewis, what do you think?
Yeah, we all just have to see.
Okay, AJ.
Well, Liam Neeson's a good actor. I think that Marvel missed a trick in wasting Mads Mikkelsen for Doctor Strange. He would have made a good Doom. It's a tough one because Doom in the comics, he's not someone who ever his mask never comes off.
No,
that is true. Yeah.
So I can't see. Yeah, they're not going to do that with Liam Neeson. His face is. So I can just imagine this mask keep going, and then he's just got a normal face underneath, opposed to as rather than a damaged up face like what he's meant to have. I don't know. I'll wait and see. Because I've also heard Ben Affleck's name attached to it as well.
Oh man.
Yeah, I don't. That's probably just rumor mill as well.
Yeah.
Technically, they're all rumors until
there's
it's proven.
I take it all with a pinch of salt. I see a heading, I see a headline. I don't read any more than that. You know.
Yeah, they said that they were announcing a season 4 to an episode 3 to a movie when the episode 2 hadn't even came out for it. Yeah.
I can't say with the Liam Neeson film though, if Liam Neeson is in it, at the start, who's actually going to play Dr. Von Doom? Because at the start, them all going through that thing to get, that's where they get their powers, isn't it? In space.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to be CGI them, isn't it?
Sorry?
I said you have to be CGI them, only at the start of the film to make him look younger.
No, I think rumor. What I've heard is that they're not gonna show the origin of the Fantastic Four. I believe that if what I've heard is right, the Fantastic Four, they're going to retcon. So the Fantastic Four were about in the 1960s, then vanished and come back now. They've been elsewhere. Yes, I don't think I'll bother with the like Spider-Man. Like how you haven't had an origin for Spider-Man.
No.
In the MCU, he was already Spider-Man. It's that sort of a thing because you already got 2 origin films for the Fantastic Four. That's the last thing people want to see again.
Yeah. I mean, I heard that they're going to get into our time. I heard they're going to go through the quantum realm. Again, that's a rumor as well.
I can believe that. Believe that part of it. That comes into play.
Yeah, that could happen. But again, now it's what I just said earlier. It's just rumors, and you don't know if it's actually going to happen in the film.
Yeah, I don't know if Liam Neeson's. I don't know.
It could be good. I think, in my opinion, he would be a good Doctor Doom.
I think he's good at anything he does.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sure he wouldn't be a bad Doctor Doom, but is he the right Doctor Doom? That's the question more than anything.
Yeah, that would be the big question. Yeah. I mean, I always think of saying something and then it just goes out my head.
Mm-hmm.
So, what's everyone's thoughts on the announcement of the new Vision TV series?
Oh, Vision Crest.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it could be good, but then again, it could be absolute garbage.
Yeah.
It kind of depends on what their plan for the show is.
Well,
Will it follow Vision after WandaVision, or will it be something completely different?
no, it is taking place after WandaVision.
I've
And I believe either the showrunner or executive producer is Terry Matalas, who worked on Star Trek Picard. So I kind of have high hopes for that now with him attached to it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they need to catch up with the character of Vision, because obviously it'll be White Vision. It'll be that version of it. They need to do that. But you've also got, the Hawkeye season 2 as well.
Yeah, you got Hawkeye coming now as well. Yeah.
Which is apparently going to be cheaper in cost, and it's going to be much like the Raid and Dread, where you've got Hawkeye and Kate Bishop locked down in a big building. Have to work their way through it. That's what the series is going to be.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I thought I sacked Jim Renner.
Sorry?
I thought I sacked Jim Renner, didn't he? Didn't I? Was that just a rumor?
No, that's rumor.
So I'll keep reading these bloody rumors. I think freaking true.
You probably need to stop reading the rumors.
I probably do actually. Yeah, probably do.
Yeah, but say you've been complaining about things that never happen, just to find out that they were rumors that you just fully believed in.
The thing is, you're at a point now where a lot of sites, especially YouTube sites and that, will make up rumors just for clicks.
Yeah.
Yeah, but YouTube's been doing that for years.
Yeah, I've seen them do mock-up film trailers and post it on
but
YouTube and Facebook.
Yeah.
It's mainly worse on Facebook where people actually believe this is actually happening.
And it's not even exclusive just to like the movie scene. It's also like TV shows, anime, and more. Where they were saying, "Oh, there's going to be this amazing season 2 that's going to shockingly happen," and nothing happened. Got my hopes high for a anime, waiting for a season 2, and it never happened. Never happened because they cancelled it 2 years prior.
Going back to Michael's question, it should be okay. I'm looking forward to Vision Quest. Because it's a character that you need to see again because you haven't seen him since WandaVision, so it is a good way of making that. Because hopefully it will be good, like the other TV shows that have come out recently.
Especially with them reducing their output to, I think it's 2 to 3 films per year plus 2 TV shows per year.
Yeah. Oh, hi, Mum.
Hello.
Hi, Kels.
Hello. Hello, Adrian. Hello, Michael. Hello, Lewis.
Hi.
I'm telling Tim if you don't stop drinking them energy drinks.
Oh.
A bit later.
No, there's nothing in my hands. No proof.
Mum, what do you think of them making Vision Quest?
Vision Quest with the same one who played Vision before.
Yeah, well, Bettany is returning.
If it's the same one before, then I won't have a problem with it.
Yeah, it's basically taking place just after the end of WandaVision. The synopsis is basically this new version of Vision is trying to find his place in the new world.
I won't have a problem with it as long as it makes sense.
Yeah.
If they are making it and it doesn't make sense, it'll spoil WandaVision for me because I like that. I like WandaVision.
I mean, because there's people saying now that as this is actually Marvel coming out and saying, well, Elizabeth Olsen come out and said it, that she would want to return to Marvel in Vision Crest, but she died in Doctor Strange too, didn't she? She died, didn't she?
No, she didn't die.
Supposedly.
Technically,
Scarlet Witch didn't die.
it's what it just depends on
As
if she
as the rock come down on her, you saw a flash of light, and you presume she beamed herself out because all the dark energy went from her. It was the dark energy out of her that died. You presume that Wanda's still alive because she said. Otherwise, why would she say the other day that she wants to come back?
No idea.
That's what I mean. If they're making these new shows, it's got to make sense because otherwise it'll spoil what WandaVision was. Yeah. I mean, I'm not bothered about Vision Quest. I'm more excited for Hawkeye season 2, to be honest.
Yeah,
Hawkeye was amazing. I love that show.
But yeah, I mean, I agree. I mean, yeah, Wanda's not dead. They wouldn't finish her arc there like that as a villain. They would have to do a redemption story for her.
Most likely
come back.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
I think we should be talking about Hawkeye season 2 because I want to see some Jeremy Renner action. I do. You know what I mean?
Because.
I mean, he's no AJ. Don't get me wrong, but.
He's no James Bond, is he?
He's no James Bond, no, but he's decent to look at.
I don't mind Jeremy Renner. Actually, I don't mind him. It's actually really good as a Hawkeye. But obviously, because really, even if they did sack Jeremy Renner,
they haven't sacked him.
I know, but if they did, I'm saying if they did,
they didn't sack him. No.
That would hurt a lot of fans because the fans have seen him since Assemble
Luke,
up until.
You're getting mixed up, Luke. They didn't sack him.
Who did sack him?
He didn't get sacked. He got axed. Even though we think it's the same thing, but Kevin Feige said no. He wants to make sure because Jeremy Renner he films that other show, doesn't he, where he's renovating stuff on Disney and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And he wanted to be, and because with Hawkeye, he says you can do some ground-based stunts, but he can't. Kevin Feige was worried at putting the harness on for the heist kind of things. But I'd like him to be that. I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to Hawkeye season 2, definitely.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Liz, you looking forward to it?
Yeah.
You don't look forward to nothing, do you?
No. I kind of just wait and see what happens.
You need to watch a Star Wars and Star Trek stuff. Trust me.
I've been told it's good, and then I keep forgetting to watch it.
Star Wars is good. Mandalorian's good. I like Mandalorian. I like the old films. The new, some of the new films are more right. Some of them it's. I didn't really like Obi-Wan. Because to me, everybody knows that nothing's going to happen in that series because neither of them die in the films anyway. So to me, it was pointless. They should have just made it about Obi-Wan fighting that baddie that was in it. Never mind, not put Darth Vader in it. I think that's the mistake they made by putting Darth Vader back in it.
They put Darth Vader in it because it was set straight after Avengers. It was set straight after on it. Taking about 2 years after
I don't think they should have done that. But Mandalorian's good. Boba Fett. I enjoyed Boba Fett.
I'm looking forward to the new film that have been announced for the Mandalorian and Grogu, which is scheduled to come out next year in December. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. Because Jon Favreau will be directing it again.
AJ, I've been liking your trailer reactions. I think they're really good. They make me laugh.
Oh, thank you. I've only done a couple. I've got to wait for another one worthy of doing.
Your Deadpool one. Your Deadpool
no, he's
one.
done one for Deadpool. He'll have to do one for Trap.
Yeah.
I'll have a look at the trailer. I'll see what it's like.
It's all right, to be fair. It looks good. It does look good. because I ain't really into these films, but this one looks all right. I think it's because Josh Hartnett's in it, though. Why I like it.
Hopefully, it'll be a turnaround for him for Shyamalan. His
Yeah.
films normally let me down now.
Yeah.
I didn't like old stuff
No,
about.
I didn't like that.
And then that one where the people were in the cabin and the Horsemen of the Apocalypse and all that stuff.
Oh yeah.
I saw that twist. I saw what was coming from the offset of that film, from the opening scene.
Yeah. What did you think of Kingdom of the Apes?
It was very good. Very, very
it's good, wasn't it?
Was, yeah.
Did you think? I know them both two different films, but did you think that it was like, which one would you rather watch again? Would you rather watch Godzilla X Kong or Kingdom of Apes?
Yeah, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
Would you really? I see mine would be the other way around. Mine.
Godzilla vs Kong was it's a good film. It's a fun, it's fun enough, but I've got problems with a lot of their aesthetic choices in how they made it and how they shot it. I don't get a sense of scale anymore from Godzilla and from Kong. It reminds me. It's like they've gone back to the man in the suit that Godzilla used to be. If you imagine when they made them, you had a cameraman there that would have been filming, that would have been the same size as those people. That's how these films now feel. That the camera is placed there.
Yeah.
As though someone stood there holding it, rather than on the ground looking up to give you that sense of scale. And because most of the film is set in Hollow Earth, you don't have that scale anyway. And it just, the world felt devoid of people now. It feels like these creatures are just battling it out, and all right, I know there's mass destruction, but you don't feel that, apart from a few cutaway shots of people running, you don't feel that these are populated areas. It feels like I'm watching a Men in Suit again with a mock-up city. It's the way they're being filmed, but it was fun enough. It was a fun film. I would watch it again, but I think Kingdom of Planet of the Apes there. I mean, it's like chalk and cheese anyway between the two. It's, you know what I mean? It's night and day. They're two different sort of experiences. Films. I just think the Planet of the Apes films are smart, far cleverer in their writing.
Yeah. I understand that.
Andy Berry says, "Big up AJ."
Cheers, Andy.
I've got to say though, with Kingdom, in my opinion, with Kingdom, I mean, I did enjoy it. I really enjoyed Kingdom. It was a really good film. It was a good film. I really enjoyed it. But to me, it's not better than the Boys trilogy that came out like a couple of years ago. And that,
yeah,
it's not better. In my opinion, it's not better than that. It's not better than them.
Yeah, but this is a different one, Luke. That's why.
No, I'm not saying this because I don't know. I mean, in the
but
trailer,
Luke, I understand what you're trying to say, but you've got to see. Me and you had this conversation the other day, didn't we, when we watched it? Because you wasn't born when the Charlton Heston ones come out. You only just watched them with Ryan the other day. You watched them for the week.
Yeah.
And then you watch the first three new ones. So you're more used to seeing Caesar. Your mind's fixated on Caesar now, but obviously this is generations after in Kingdom. You've met he's still the same species, but he's a different one now.
Yeah, because that's 200 years later, isn't it? I think.
But those good films.
Yeah, I'm not saying I'm not saying it's a bad film. I'm not saying it's a bad film like for the worst one in Planet of the Apes, but I just like Caesar. I think
Caesar,
when they killed Caesar off, obviously it should have happened. It should have happened. I'm not saying it shouldn't have happened. It should have happened. But in my opinion, they should have done like at least one more,
No, because I did
and then,
3.
and then like kill him off. And that's a
No,
smart. That's what they
because
should
they
have done.
couldn't. Because when Rise come out, at the end of Rise, you saw how the virus was spread from that pilot. Then it was set a few years after that. Then Dawn come out, and that showed you what happened to the rest of the humans, and the apes was more, more domineering. Then War, half the humans have died. Like there was less humans. It was decade, and that was things after. So they're not going to keep Caesar in every film, am they? You're making you sound like a dick.
And they've got to work. I think they've got to work their way round too. I think they're working their way to the return of the Icarus.
Yeah.
To telling that Charlton Heston story again, but from a different point of view. Because obviously in Rise of the Planet of the Apes, you get those little tidbits about the space mission, the Icarus setting off at the beginning, and then you see a newspaper or a heading in the background that says that the ship has vanished. It's disappeared somewhere. And I think that this is all leading to that. And that's why they've had to jump several hundred years further down the line. I mean, I was expecting when they went into that silo, I was expecting there to be like nuclear weapons and things like that. Because I foresee like although you've had a film called War for the Planet of the Apes, I think you've still got to see a proper war of the humans trying to reclaim the Earth. The ones that are still in these bunkers.
Well, they're going to have to do something like that because otherwise all the films are going to be the same eventually, aren't they?
And then that go in pear shape, and then you jump into the Icarus. You have the Icarus come back through.
Yeah.
And I think that's what they will do that.
Well, I heard that they are trying to make this a 9-film, turn it into 9 films. So they could potentially, like, I've only seen the first one. I haven't seen any of the others. So cheers for the spoilers. So I think that based on listening to what you've been saying, I do think it could go that route, for the next 4 films.
It's wishful thinking for them, though, to be saying they want to do 9 films. I mean, War for the Planet of the Apes, no one went to see it.
Yeah.
When War for the Planet of the Apes came out, no one went to see it at the cinema. For some reason, I don't know why, but it just didn't. It didn't set the box office alight at all. And they're solid films. There's no reason for it not to have done that. People just didn't go and see it.
So then, here's a question for everyone: do you think cinema is dying? Like actually going to the cinema to watch a film?
It's not good to admit, but it's just not as it just doesn't feel like it used to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, like streaming services is now like beating the competition, and since movies are now considering to go more to it, I'm gonna use the FNAF movie as an example. It came out in cinemas, and then 2 days later, it went onto a streaming service.
Well, and that's for like that. It came out 2 days early for us in UK and Ireland, but in America it was day of. Both came out in cinema day of and went on at the exact same time. But yeah, it is getting that. I mean, like look at The Fall Guy. That's only just after coming out, and it's flopped that hard that they're just immediately putting it onto streaming to try and recoup some of that. Like I don't think there will be a movie to break $1 billion at the box office this year. I would be very surprised if one does.
Honestly, I agree with that.
The problem is that streaming, and the way I see it is my take on it anyway, is that they're working counterproductive to one another, cinema and streaming, because on like you've just said, Michael, Fall Guy has come out, it's flopped. 3 weeks later, it's on streaming. So that says to me, why should I go cinema to see anything? If I can just wait a few weeks and then it's on streaming. Why should I go cinema to see it? Why won't I just wait for the inevitable DVD or physical media release, which is 2-3 months difference between them, which I don't know how it feels for the younger generation, whether that feels, but and you know this, Kel, you remember the day of VHS when it was a couple of years, you had a film in a cinema, then a year later you had a rental, then a year later you'll get it in Woolworths or whatever. Now and
he's gone again.
Yeah,
that's happened twice nowadays.
But I agree with what AJ was saying. That it's just not worth really going to see it if it's just going to show up three weeks later on streaming. Like, I grew up just before that even started happening. So I remember, a film coming out in cinema, it being there for about a good chunk of time before it decided to be taken out, and then it'll be several months before it would get a release, and even then it'd be a split release. Like, America would get it first, and then maybe we would get it a couple of months later. It was the same with video games, to a certain extent. And I do miss that, because to me that is killing cinema. Because what's the point of going to see a movie, paying however much it costs? I know for me to go to a cinema, depending on the time of day, depends on the ticket price. It's either going to be $10.95 without getting popcorn, or if it's after 3 p.m., it's going to be $12.95 to go see it. Whereas I could just wait for it to then go on streaming.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say that, Mike. I agree with you and AJ, Michael. I do agree with that, because we're a family of 4, and for us to go to the cinema, which I think the last film we went to see at the cinema was Avengers Endgame, and it's like at our cinema, at our local cinema, it's like £36 for like a family ticket, and then you have to pay drinks on top, your popcorn stuff on top, and then you're sitting in a cinema, and then if you need to go to the toilet, you've got to get up, and so you miss half the film anyway. Whereas with streaming,
you can
it's easy just to put it on, sit in your own house, you can pause it or whatever, can't you? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think, so I do agree with that.
But the other thing is how quick they come out. Inevitably affects your DVD and your Blu-ray sales as well. Because the average person, if they've gone cinema to see whatever film, and then 3 months later it comes out on physical media, 3 months isn't a big period of time.
No.
They're not going to be interested in picking it up. Whereas, like I said, back in the old days, it was an event where a film came out in cinema. Then almost a year later, it was an event where it came to rental, and then an event again when it finally came out for sale, almost. But now it's like they've just, one has just sort of thrown the others to the wind.
Yeah.
So why will I go cinema to see a film that I know that in a couple of months' time I can pick up or watch on streaming, or even watch illegally as a proper copy?
Yep. Legally watching movies have done that.
And why would I, and on the other hand, is if I've gone cinema just as a normal person to see a film, why do I want to then buy it? 12 weeks later, I don't. I'm not talking about your DVD collectors and that, your proper film people, but your everyday audience. This.
Yeah. I didn't.
I got a comment from Andy saying, anyone looking forward to Furiosa?
No.
What?
No.
No.
Don't know what that
Haven't
is,
seen any
and
of the Mad
doesn't
Max
sound
films.
exciting.
It's Mad Max.
It's similar
think
to
it's
like
just-
a Mad Max film, innit?
It's
It is
a
Mad Max.
spin-off.
It
It's a
is.
spin-off of Charlize Theron's character from the
Yeah.
Fury Road. I just see it as a way of rebooting Mad Max as a female. That's all I see
Yeah.
this as. That's all
Really?
it-
That's what I see that as well, yeah. And it's like,
just sounds like lazy writing. Really?
well, yeah, because if you think about
lazy
it,
writing.
that's all the Fast and Furious films are doing now. You've got all these, like, you know, them just cashing in all the time. Like, nothing's
Yeah,
different, you know?
you've had like fame on one hand, and then now it's just like, okay, what's gonna make us the biggest pile of money? Done. It's just like that for movies and games now. It's just,
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Yeah, it's
yeah,
money.
Call of Duty has been now ruined entirely.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
I agree with that.
artistic little films very rarely get made now.
Yeah.
Because it's
Yeah.
about it's money comes first. Money has. I
Not-
get
It is,
it's a
yeah.
business. I get
It is, yeah.
business, but the art of cinema is dead. You know, you've got very few
It is, yeah,
films.
because it's like, I mean, I love the film Seven. And Seven, to me, was standalone. It was just a standalone film. And now they're going to make a sequel. But Seven was a standalone film. It didn't need a sequel. It's like Gladiator with Russell Crowe. That was a standalone film. It doesn't need a sequel.
No, it's like,
In my
to me,
opinion, you know,
that's they're just cashing in on the name.
and it's even Face Off 2. They're making Face Off 2, and they want John Travolta and Nicolas Cage back in it when Nicolas Cage died in it. But they said I'm going with an alternative ending where they just got hurt. But it don't make, to me, it's like a cashless thing, like AJ said. But then when I'm doing this, even though I'm wrong and I'm doing it for cash and that, to cash in on it again, it's turning me off. It turns you off the original ones. You know what I mean? It makes them look bad then.
It taints it. Yeah.
It hurts productivity. And then there's also firing actors for no reason on shows that I've seen. There was this anime I was watching. First season, amazing. You know what killed the entire series? They fired the main actor for no reason. So the voice sounded different and everything just lost its style. And then the animator left and then style dropped.
Well, do you remember when they made the Call of Duty games, Lewis, and the Black Ops games, and Kevin Spacey did the voice for some of them?
Yes.
I remember that.
And then when it came out about Kevin Spacey, all of a sudden, the next game, he was the same character, had a different voice, and it didn't suit the game, so the game didn't take off. And then what I'm doing now, because he's been cleared of everything, I'm bringing that game back out and re-editing Kevin Spacey's voice on that game.
Yeah, because it's
so I'm cashing in on that game again. I don't agree with it.
Like, I like remasters,
really.
but it's, even in my opinion, the newest two Call of Duty games, Modern Warfare 3 Remastered and its predecessor 2 Remastered, are just straight cash grabs, and it's annoyed me ever since. The games have been dead, it's buggy, it's more filled with hackers. I did a test on it, actually, where I put my account on. I installed the biggest, easiest keys to get caught on. I used aimbot and all the such. And I didn't get banned for 4 hours of straight playing. And it wasn't even permanent ban, it was temporary.
It's like, you know, on Fortnite when you got the battle pass. And it's always been a thing on Fortnite where you've got the battle pass, you know, and you can do characters and unlock all these characters and missions and that. But then Black Ops has started copying off them now. So they've introduced a battle pass.
I never bought that thing. I have never bought the thing.
I have. I'm guilty of that because I did buy the battle pass once for Black Ops to have the Scream one.
Oh, makes sense, yeah.
I had Ghostface. And Rambo.
And Rambo, yeah.
Yeah, and then do you
you
know
bought,
what? And you know what's the funny thing? They shut down the original game. So you buy all these amazing skins for the original game, and do you know what they do? They shut down original Warzone to bring up their even more broken and buggy 2.0.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, it really annoyed me because you had to pay for Modern Warfare 2019 to play the original Warzone after 2.0 came out.
Yeah.
And I was okay with that. I paid for it. I paid full price for the deluxe edition. And not even 2 months later, gone. And the servers became more buggy and more glitches came out to make the game basically unplayable.
Yeah. Well, it was.
I mean,
They did that with. They did that, didn't they, Luke? With Friday the 13th game.
Oh yeah,
they brought that out. We brought that game because I love Jason Voorhees. I love his mask. I love Jason Voorhees and Mike Myers. So I brought the game, which was, I don't know how much it was now. Brought the game, brought all the Jasons just for them a month later when it come out, just to say, oh, we're turning all the servers off.
Yeah.
The same thing happened with the crew. EA just basically shut it down, and even before fans were able to mod a way for people to still play it because they enjoyed it, they removed it from everyone's accounts, which is why even now, actually, this is actually a perfect thing to actually talk about, to bring it back to movies and stuff, so AJ doesn't fall asleep.
Well, no, I've got to jump out now. I'm afraid.
Oh, bless you.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's fine.
I've got 3 doggies to sort out.
Oh,
but
geez.
I said I'd pop in for half hour. I've been on nearly an hour, so
yeah.
Oh,
Thanks for coming on, AJ.
I'll send you a message, AJ, soon to talk about the Voyager thing that that was brought up in the last live stream.
Yeah, do that. Okay, Kel, I'll see you later.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for the James Bond autograph, AJ.
Oh yeah.
Everyone, please subscribe to AJ. I'll put the link in the description. Please subscribe to him.
So what's the young guy's name in the middle?
Lewis.
Oh,
Lewis.
Yeah.
See you later, mate. Take care.
Adios.
Thanks for having me
Bye.
on.
Goodbye, mate. Bye. Yes, guys, please subscribe to AJ. I'll put all the links for these guys' channels in the description below. So please subscribe to all more.
I just realized I'm the only one here that watches anime.
Anime?
So, going back to
Michael watches anime, don't you, Michael?
Yes, I've done a few anime reviews on the channel. I reviewed a few Dragon Ball movies.
Yeah, what movies? Which one
done a review for
favorite?
You should check out his channel, Lewis. Michael's got a good channel.
Since I'm on laptop, I might as well.
Yeah.
You might as well, yeah, because he's got a good channel, trust me. He goes on, he likes he's a big fan of Star Trek and Doctor Who. He loves Star Trek and Doctor Who, and that's good. I'll class him as the expert of that.
Someone to do a Doctor Who live stream.
Because to be fair, he is if you've got any questions or anything, Star Trek, Doctor Who, ask Michael. He is the expert on that, in my opinion.
AJ and Big Steve, I won the Star Trek quiz, so I know a thing or two about what I'm talking about. So back to the crew being moved off of people's accounts. That wasn't just like PC; that was everywhere, like Xbox, PlayStation, and PC. And then recently, Sony updated their terms and conditions, saying that you buying a game isn't you buying it; you're actually licensing it, which means they have the right to revoke that license if the company that you bought it from decides to pull it. Which is
I have something to say about that.
Really, really shitty. Like,
No,
I
do you know
hate
what?
the fact that we're going into this era, and EA have been massively said, "Oh well, people just need to get used to it. This is going to be the new way moving forward." And that's the quickest way to fucking kill your company.
Yep, and do you know what I've said to them? Do you know what I've said to the guy that I called terms and service, and do you know what I said to them? I said, if you go through into this era, that makes pirating games no longer stealing because you don't own the game in the damn first place. Your games are just going to get pirated. Everything is going to turn to crap, and you're going to go back on your word just like you did every other time you've tried to make something similar.
Yeah,
And it's
then look
dumb.
at what they tried to do with loot boxes in Star Wars Battlefront 2, and how quickly they dog walked that back.
Yep.
Yeah.
I have never seen someone slide back further than they did.
Yeah, they
But
slid back
comment.
quicker than.
Then
Well,
there was the then EA tried to ruin their only good battle royale game. Like they tried to ruin Apex with like pay to win things, but then try to hide it, saying that they didn't mean it to make it pay to win. They basically released a legend that let you have a third gun. There was a thing that it gave you the best attachments. It disabled other people's abilities for temporarily with one of their abilities. Basically, so overpowered it was broken. And it was dumb. It basically ruined the entire game. But do you know what they did? Do you know how they try to get everyone back? They released a Loba swimsuit expecting everyone to jump back onto the game immediately. I have never uninstalled a game faster in my life. Waste of 90 gigs.
mm-hmm. Speaking of someone who just commented there, let me see. The Trash Picture Show. He is the one that is who I'll be doing the Star Trek live stream with. Not Star Trek, Doctor Who live stream with on Saturday at 4 p.m. GMT +1, where we will be discussing all things Doctor Who, from classic to new Who, and anything and everything in between. So I'm really looking forward to that, because as well, since we're doing that on Saturday, that means there'll be a new episode of Doctor Who out as well. So we'll more than likely end up discussing that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got a comment from Life in the First Lane, who's Big Steve.
Like in the fast lane, Bob.
No, First Lane. It's his first name.
Oh, I thought you said fast lane. Oh dear.
No. It's strange. I used to love the waiting between releases. I've forgotten the film each time and enjoyed the rewatch. Exactly. I agree with that, mate.
Yeah.
I do agree with that.
I better say, I used to wait like nearly a year for a movie to come out. But do you know what, the Power Ranger movie they did in like 2017? That one.
Yeah.
I liked it. I did
that.
like it, but then but you know what was weird? When I first had it, it was too dark, so I couldn't see half of the movie, and then they fixed it. But they didn't do anything about the original copy, so I just had to sell my copy and buy a new one. That was not.
I actually haven't seen the 2017 Power Ranger film since I actually went to go see it in cinema. So I'm definitely due for a long overdue rewatch on that one. But
I haven't seen that in years, dude. Honestly, no offense, but the whole Power Ranger thing has died. It feels like a cash grab now, and it annoyed me that it feels that way.
I can see that. I haven't been. I keep up with Power Rangers. I haven't watched, like, the last Power Ranger thing I watched was the 30th anniversary special that came out last year, and I enjoyed that. But it's gotten to the point where I think Hasbro just doesn't know what to do with the IP anymore. Like, they've given the toy rights to Playmates to make their own Power Ranger toys. The show's gone on hiatus. The last thing we got was Cosmic Fury, which and we have no word on whether or not we're getting anything new. I know there's still comics being made, and some of the comics are, from what I've heard, are absolutely phenomenal. You could say more phenomenal, but we'll move on. And I think that it should. I think, I don't know. It either should become a cartoon, or it should just kind of stick to the formula, because Power Rangers is for kids. Yes, more adults watch, and they should make more adult themed Power Ranger shows for that audience, because I know those adult Power Ranger fans have been clamoring for that for years.
Hey.
But hello, Garrett.
Hello, Michael. Kyle.
Gareth.
Jazak. I've
How you
been
doing, mate? You
badmouthed in your chat, so I thought I'd come on.
Yes. Speaking of Power Rangers, you were forced to watch the Mighty Morphin Power Ranger film for what was it, your 2,000 or 3,000 subscriber special?
Yes, unfortunately so.
Yeah. Well, I like that film. It's a good film.
It's a
Don't
young
you think
person.
Power Rangers though is like? Don't you think Power Rangers and Transformers are just similar?
Ooh.
Well, actually, that brings up a fun, interesting fact. The reason Power Rangers or Super Sentai in Japan has Megazords is because of Japanese Spider-Man. Because Japanese Spider-Man, they gave him some mechs, and that became like super popular. So Super Sentai was like, oh, well, we'll just do that for our show. And that's how we got Megazord.
See, when I watch Power Rangers and Transformers, to me they look too similar. That's what's turned me off Transformers.
Mhm.
I think they, in the
I think
comics,
Transformers 1, amazing film. When they carried on, it started going. It started like you got 1, which was amazing, and then the rest of them, Power Rangers, Power Rangers, Power Rangers, Power Rangers, and then you had another Power Rangers film.
Yeah.
To me,
Literally, they showed us when I was I stopped watching ages ago, and I watched the newest one. I was like, "What is the point in this?" I mean, like the original one was like, I get it, like
It's
beat the guy, that's it. But it
But it's
kind of
like
had a
even the
story to it.
old,
But
like
this is just beat the guy up and
it
then
is like
continue.
when I was younger and the TV show was on, Power Rangers, you know, and you had like the red and all them lot. And then they haven't progressed the films since the TV shows for me. They look boxy. The robots they look boxy. Just looks like somebody in a costume with cardboard boxes on and running around.
That's because it is. Up until recently, even in the early 2000s, it was someone in a suit doing it. Then it switched to CG, which sometimes looks fine, sometimes doesn't, depending on the look of the Zord. And the look of
But if you watch the latest Power Rangers film, there's no difference. When they morph up, there's no difference from the newest Power Rangers film and the TV show back 10 years ago.
Well, that's because the
it's still
30th
boxy.
anniversary film was celebrating 30 years of power of the original. That's why it looked there wasn't much change going on with that one compared to some fantastic and phenomenal seasons. Like I'll give you an example. Lightspeed Rescue, the season I got into, actually had adults who were one of them was a firefighter, the other one was a nurse, the other one worked in an aquarium.
I get what you're saying, but it's like you had the old series of Power Rangers, right?
Yeah.
Then they made RoboCop, brilliant film. The old RoboCop, the original RoboCop.
Yeah.
Look how they got the robot suit of that and Ed 209 spot on. Don't look boxy. They look like they was just real in front of you. Then they make the new Power Rangers now, which has got more. They've got more, say, CGI, special effects, what they can do now.
Yeah.
Now, than what they did when they made RoboCop, the original.
Well,
and yet they still make the robots in Transformers and in Power Rangers. They still make the robots look boxy. Whereas I could go on my back garden and say to Luke, come on, let's make a short film, call it Transformers, whatever, or the new Power Rangers, and just have a dress, just be outfitted in a box, because that's what the new films look like to me.
Yeah, they're not really meant to be fast, really. I think it's kind of inside in that they're meant to be slow.
Because you've got I was watching the old RoboCop the other night, and yet then when Power Rangers come on, and I'm like, well, that I don't get a film from years and years ago, and Power Rangers still can't get the robots look right.
It's not got to do with Power Rangers. It's got to do with what Power Rangers is based on, which is Super Sentai. which is whenever the Rangers are morphed and the Zords are there, that's using footage from the Japanese counterpart. So it's really
Yeah,
down to
but
Toei
if
and how they do
if
it.
it's from a Japanese counterpart, then how come all the actors are American?
Because it's cheap.
Yeah, have you
That's
seen?
the whole
Have you
reason.
I
seen
just don't
Pain
get it.
versus?
Like
I don't, I've never.
that's why it was filmed in New Zealand for years, because it was cheaper, and plus it's non-union to boot as well. So they got away with paying them chump change for it.
Yeah.
But it was just cheaper to have them film some semblance of like out of suit stuff, try to come up with a story, and then when it comes to morphing, usually it's they just immediately cut to the Sentai footage, and you can easily tell sometime with the grain of it, like the quality shifts.
Yep.
They did the same with Battle of the Planets in the 80s, where they took out the violence and just added a comedy robot instead for the Western audience.
Yep.
Mum, Steve has replied to your mum. He says he drives minis. He drives minis, Kel. It's definitely not the fast lane, more like the life in the hard shoulder.
Oh, big Steve about his cars, yeah. Well, according to your live last week, little Steve and big Steve, it depends if he's got a vibrator in the car, which makes him go a lot faster.
And that.
Essentially, the clips of the Rangers and the Swords already exist, and Bandy just bought the clips and slapped them into their show.
Yeah.
He is right, except it wasn't Bandai. Bandai are the ones who initially done the toys. It was there's been 4 different eras of the show. There was the Saban era, which ran from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers all the way up to Wild Force was the last one. And then there's the Disney era, which was the season after Wild Force up until RPM. Then we get back to the Neo Saban era when Saban brought it back. That ran from Samurai to Beast Morphers. No, Beast Morphers was Hasbro. Ninja Steel. And then Hasbro has been Beast Morphers to Cosmic Fury.
Yeah.
That's what Lewis is saying. Yeah.
Did you know that Power Rangers was actually almost owned by Marvel?
Yeah.
I remember hearing that somewhere.
Yeah,
I think if Marvel
it
did
was a joke, so I just ignored it.
Interested in Super Sentai after watching an episode of it was he was doing something in Japan relating to Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And so he tried desperately to shop it around to other studios with someone, I forget her name, and they all pass on it. Then when Haim Saban tried to do the same, the person who Stan Lee was doing it with, started working at Saban Studios, and that's how. And then he managed to successfully convince Fox to pick up Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, which was the equivalent in Super Sentai was Zoo Ranger.
Yeah. Talking about other things, liking things entirely, someone told me a very interesting fact that I don't know if it's true. Someone told me that apparently the Mexican cartel all like Dragon Ball.
Yeah, it's pretty big in Latin America.
Yep, so that is something to know. Yep.
Why are you going to be one?
Eh? I don't live in Mexico. I ain't risking my
matter. Tom Hanks, he's not a Greek by nationality, but he's changed to one now.
I personally don't want to go into the whole cartel type of lifestyle here. Maybe. Maybe if I get desperate for money. Maybe.
Garrett, do you think cinema is dying?
Who, me? Yes. Short answer, yes. If you can wait 2 weeks for a film release,
Yeah.
Just wait.
on streaming, like Fall Guy was. What's the point?
Yeah.
Hello, Zorro.
I saw him leaping
I
around a
know,
bit.
I know who it is. I know who it is. Dude. I'm joking. You okay, Brandon?
I think Michael wanted a rematch, didn't you?
I'm down for a rematch. I'll mop the floor with them. Easily, I'll mop the floor with them.
Mm,
Give me a time and a
Brandon?
place, and I'll mop the floor with them.
I'll have to get an updated book.
mhm. Since I brought up Dragon Ball, I might as well bring up one thing. Boyo Broly was not a good movie.
No, it wasn't. It absolutely was not. There are
And
aspects
that
of it that I
ended.
like, but I stopped paying attention for a half hour whilst I was watching it for my review at the beginning of the month, and it wasn't until Broly disappeared that I looked up. I was like, "Wait, what just happened?"
Broly wasn't in for half of the movie. Actually, scratch that. 70% of the movie. He did barely any crap, and he just was gone before you know it.
Mm-hmm.
The big bad isn't even Broly. It's some sludge. Some
Well,
poisonous
they did the
sludge.
same to Michael Myers in Halloween Ends. He was only in the movie 7 minutes.
It's dumb.
Yeah.
I
And
mean,
most
the
of that, he
original,
got mashed
compare
up.
that. Compare that to like, the original Broly movie where he does some damage.
But
I'm-
he also has a terrible backstory.
Don't complain about the backstory.
I'm gonna complain. Compared to Canon Broly, it's night and fucking day.
I mean, I can agree.
He's just
I mean,
swore. Gareth is just swore.
Oh,
I mean, yeah, I admit, a crying baby is so dumb. I can admit, but I kind of like what he does. I think compared to the backstory to what he actually does. Yep. Let's see. Beats up Goku.
For
Beats
some
up.
reason, I
I've
can
no
see you.
idea what film you're going on about.
We're going on about Dragon Ball Z Broly, the legendary Super Saiyan, versus Dragon Ball Super Broly.
Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that kind of
not
stuff.
seen that.
I mean, I liked both movies. I'm just saying.
Broly, Super
terrifying
Broly is
than
a superior film. Hell, even in the manga, Super Broly managed to go toe to toe with Beast Gohan.
Hello.
Z Broly could never.
I'm not saying that they're powerful. I'm saying that Z Brody
No?
was more terrifying for one reason. He had pure control over the legendary
now.
Super Saiyan form, and he made pure work with what he could do.
Hello.
I'm not doubting that. I'm just saying Super Broly's better.
Well,
Okay, I'll admit that.
Oh.
I will admit the fight between Super Broly and
hello.
Saiyan Blue and
Hello.
Vegeta was a good fight. You've got to admit that was a good fight. Destroying realities as they
Gareth
clash.
become a panda.
It was definitely something to see.
Brandon, you okay?
Yeah.
I can easily start an
Good.
argument with one phrase that I hate repeating. But can he beat Goku? Yeah, I never want to repeat that phrase again. It's dumb.
Okay.
Because
So
it-
we've
I
got
have no idea what about, so I'm not commenting.
all be up for it. Again, can we get a different quizmaster though? And Gareth says no.
Oh.
Gareth
I
is
should
the
say,
only quiz master that I will do it for.
Yeah, otherwise I'll just be sitting in the corner quietly. So.
For some reason, I can see your choice.
They all hate. They're more hating on you, Gareth. It's not right.
I know, jealous.
I think Gareth should do another karaoke. I enjoyed that. I thought he had a very good voice, and
I
his
wasn't in the
piano
mood.
playing was
I'll get my
top form.
chicken fouling itself in front of me.
Ooh, that's actually that might be a good idea, Garrett. Have you thought of doing a karaoke night for a sing-along version for South Park, Bigger, Longer, and Uncut?
Mhm.
Yeah, I could see how long that lasts. What's this?
Submarine
No.
salute
Gareth,
on
no.
liking the vibe, the vibe of this crew. Except Gareth, he made me watch a VPR.
No. Gareth's the best one.
Yeah, he is. Oh, Gareth, you missed the AJ, by the way.
I mean, he made
Gareth can play piano and guitar.
Mm.
Very bad. Or not at all. Nothing wrong with AVPR.
Gareth, it was because of your stream that day when you played your guitar. I went out and I bought me a little banjo
Ah. No.
just because I saw you playing yours, and I still can't play it.
But
I can't play the piano either.
someone said apparently I didn't need a guitar, grabbed my guitar and slammed it against a wall repeatedly.
Oh.
I have never had an urge to punch a midget harder in my life. Well, then again, he was, I have context. You're gonna need context for the quote I've said. For some odd reason, some random kid in my school absolutely hated me for no reason. So he tried to annoy me in every way he could. I brought the guitar in, he broke it. I dumped my girlfriend, he dates her a week later. I am not kidding, and he tried to brag about it as well.
Oh,
Was not a happy few days, that was.
Big Steve says, I'll send you all the link for movie chats tomorrow. Thanks, Steve.
All right. I gotta bounce. I gotta put this lad to bed. So take care, everyone.
oh.
Have a good night.
Bye, Gareth.
Bye.
Bye.
My camera has betrayed me.
It's because you're emperor. Am you sure you haven't watched no Star Wars films, Lewis? Because you're looking an awful lot like Darth Vader or the Emperor.
Let me explain. My camera makes my room look way more darker than it actually is.
Am you sure you haven't watched Star Wars?
Huh?
I think he has watched Star Wars, you know. That's what I think.
Right. Give me a minute.
He's got like a stormtrooper vibe going on now.
One sec.
My room is a lot brighter than it actually looks. Because I'm sitting opposite a window.
How are you doing anyway, Michael? Are you okay?
Yeah, just apart from some toothache issues the past week, I'm fine.
Good. What, did you watch Eurovision?
Nah.
Oh, I did.
I didn't care for it, to be honest. Never have.
No. Well, you got Ireland got more points than England.
Yes, I was very happy about that.
Yeah.
I'm just glad we actually managed to do well, apart from the time we sent Dustin the fucking turkey over.
Yeah.
Fucking thinking.
I have no fucking idea. Some people are very stupid.
I don't agree with the winner being Switzerland because that song was complete crap.
True.
Absolutely crap. It really was. That was the worst song of the competition. I would rather have had that dickhead one win it, who come on the stage naked and then he had to grab his shorts.
Wait, what the heck?
I was singing.
Yeah, there was an act, right? And he was singing this song where he was born out of an egg. And they had a malfunction with his wares down there. They forgot to give him his denim shorts. So he come out on stage naked and they blurred him. And then instead of like coming behind him with these shorts or get him to hide behind the egg, they got like this fishing rod with his shorts on, and he had to grab him off his fishing rod and pull him on.
That is just kind of strange.
So yeah, that was funny, but that song was better than the winner.
So I have recently been told I'm offensive.
Well, you're not.
Yeah. So can I explain why?
Go on.
So I have a Steam account, right? So I changed the name from what it was
Mm-hmm.
to the autistic one.
Mm-hmm.
And someone said,
I'm
that's
back.
offensive. So I played one game and someone was complaining the whole game saying my name was offensive. I needed to be banned. Do you know how I
Well,
stopped them?
you're
I
not
just told them
offensive.
I am autistic. So I called
Exactly.
myself
No,
the
not.
autistic one. Yep,
Exactly.
I wish I had my birth certificate to prove it, but I actually am officially autistic. So
Well,
By the way,
you don't
guys,
have to
the
prove
autistic
anything.
one.
And Michael's autistic as well, like he's just said, and that means you're both very brave for being YouTubers, in my
exactly, yeah.
opinion,
Yeah.
more than
And
anybody else.
And plus,
Yep.
guys in the chat, everyone who was in the chat, and thank you everyone who's watched. I'm not going off just yet,
Yes,
don't worry.
hold on, I'm going because
Oh,
I've got hay fever really bad. I'm going to
okay.
take an allergy tablet again. That's my third one today because they're not working. And I'll speak to all of you soon. Michael, it's so lovely to see you like it is all the time. And you, Lewis.
Adios.
Okay, and
In the
bye to everybody in the chat. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
And I was going to say, please subscribe to Michael Lewis. I'll put 2 links for Lewis, one for his YouTube, one for Twitch.
Thank you.
Also subscribe to AJ, Gareth. I
I'm gonna have to.
know they'll come on, but they've been nice. They said I can come onto their stream tomorrow. Woohoo!
I'm now.
Luke,
Luke, I'm back.
please subscribe to them as well. I'll put the link for them in the chat. And who else has joined? I can't remember. Oh, and Mom. I'll put the link for Mom's channel in there as well, and I'll put Wayne's link as well. But yeah,
I'm gonna have to find a stream. I
Luke,
can't find his channel.
whose?
Michael's. I am terrible at figuring names out.
I'll send you the link. I'll send you the link. It's okay. I'll send you the link anyway.
About so, yeah.
Yeah, because I'm
The
basically
link will be
posting
in.
every fucking day this week. Monday we had my Cine vlog for going to see the Phantom Menace in cinema. Yesterday, I done that rant about Star Trek reboot in the First Contact. Today was my review for Attack of the Clones. Tomorrow is a brand new episode of Star Trek Discovery. Friday will be my Revenge of the Sith review. Saturday is going to be my Doctor Who review. And then Sunday will be my weekly pickup.
That's a lot of videos, Michael.
Yeah.
Yep.
See, the problem me now though, because if you look at my channel, if any of you if any of my subscribers look at my channel, I haven't uploaded things for like 6 days. That was my actual recent one because the premieres they don't really count, to be honest, for me. They're just like pre-recorded. But
yeah, premiere's the premiere.
I haven't done an actual video for 6 days, and I said on my short the other day or yesterday. It's because I'm super busy with college, and then plus I got some personal stuff going on in my life as well.
Yeah,
so
I haven't uploaded a video
in the way of me doing videos for a bit now. I can't find time to do it. There will be some videos next week. I'm going to do the Blu-ray hunt, and it might be with this one down here.
Yeah,
it depends if he wants to do it. But
I think the last video I actually uploaded was like 2 months. Let me check.
It was 2 months ago. Yeah, with your live on it that I joined.
Yep, it was a live and VR chat with with a friend of mine. I've actually got something to say about that friend and his girlfriend. They split
picture
up.
show. Luke, what socials you on, boss? I'm on YouTube, Luke's on Reason TV, Facebook, Instagram.
You don't have a Twitter because I tried looking you up on Twitter. You don't have one.
I used to have Twitter, but I don't have it anymore.
Oh yeah.
WhatsApp and no, WhatsApp is a freaking cool thing, Luke.
Technically, the way they've been doing it, they've added in stories now. So
technically,
yeah, I'm on. Anything you can think of. Well, not anything you can think of actually, but on everything. But the main ones is YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. That's the main ones.
Yeah.
I used to have Twitter, but I might have Twitter again soon. I don't know yet. I might download it again.
I can't even use Twitter.
Damn the things I'm on. What's his name? Trash picture show. It's even there. I'm blind or something like that. Michael, you managed to stream on Saturday. I don't want to put you under pressure, boss.
I got messaged by my ex. Can she go or what?
Michael, send me live on Saturday.
I'll be on the Trash Picture Show's channel discussing Doctor Who, but modern and classic, and the spin-offs, and how we're feeling about this new season, and the direction of things. Because viewing figures for the actual air time on BBC One haven't been that great. I mean, the overnight viewings for the first 2 episodes was 2 million. So that's not great. But then again, they need to fix it for season 2, which is a good thing that they have been filming that back to back. But yeah.
I'm honestly just annoyed.
With me on Doctor Who, for me, it's gotta be a good story for me. For me to like Doctor Who again, it's gotta be a good story for me to like it.
True.
Because, in my opinion, there hasn't been any good Doctor Who's. I know this will agree with me on this probably since Matt Smith.
I hard disagree.
I would kind of disagree. I like the. I forgot.
Right, the last 2 episodes of Series 10 alone, World Enough and Time of the Doctor Falls, is my favorite episode and one of the best Cybermen stories we have ever gotten in a long while. And that's with Peter Capaldi. And he's my favorite modern Doctor. Some of the Jodie Whittaker era episodes aren't that great. The 60th, I didn't like Star Beast. I liked Wild Blue Yonder, and I loved The Giggle. I like The Church on Ruby Road. I don't like Space Babies. Well, actually, I don't mind it. I was half asleep when I watched it. I love The Devil's Cord. The Devil's Cord is really good. And Boom is fantastic.
Boom is awesome. Yeah, brilliant. I gotta say, I think Boom is what I wanted again. That's what Doctor Who is.
Yeah.
Doctor Who. That was definitely Doctor Who at its best. That was Doctor Who just come back in Boom. And I can't really say Boom. Doctor Who come back in Boom because technically I did enjoy 2. I agree with Michael with some of them. Space Babies, I didn't mind. I didn't really mind it. It was a silly episode, but I didn't mind it.
I stopped watching at The Giggle.
The 60th, I agree with Michael. Didn't like the Star Beast, but 2 and 3 was good. Again, I didn't like Star Beast for one reason, which I said in my review, is because not only because of the trans thing, but because it was the actual episode itself was boring. So I just turned it off for like 10 minutes. I just turned it off because it just depressed me.
I watched the whole thing and it was.
I don't mind then, because now obviously Doctor Who putting trans people into.
I don't care about the trans thing.
Again, I agree with you. It's just what Lucy said. I don't really mind about that. They can do whatever they want because it's their choice what to do. It's their choice. I don't care anymore. I really don't care. But for Doctor Who,
it felt so forced.
I mean, Mike, could you agree with me on this though, Mike? That them changing Doctor Who's around now, and changing it from being adult to a bit, not much, but change it to be a bit for kids as well. I understand why they're doing that so kids can watch it as well. But
Doctor Who has always been for kids. That's the thing that you need to remember. Doctor Who was
making
created
a bit too much
for
kids, why don't they? A bit too much now.
Give them history lessons, so it's always been for kids.
Yeah.
Have there been stronger storytelling that aren't aimed for kids? Of course. But
there was slavery.
I like so far. I've been enjoying this season 1. I'm interested to see how 73 yards go because that's not going to have much of Ncuti Gatwa, so it's going to center around Millie Gibson as Ruby Sunday a lot more and give her a proper chance to shine.
So what's episode 4 called?
Sorry?
What's episode 4 called then? Episode 4?
73 yards.
And did you get when he'll be in it at all?
He'll be in the beginning and probably the end. I think that's because he was off filming for either Sex Education or doing pickup shots for Barbie. I'm not 100% sure.
There's
I'm going to say the shooting.
In my opinion, anyone can take this with a grain of salt.
Sorry, Liz.
Do you know the female Doctor? I forgot the name. Actress.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say the whole thing boring.
No,
Not
it wasn't
just
that. It was
no,
forced.
not
Lewis,
because
it's
it was
not that.
woman. The story felt pushed.
Lewis, it's not
Half
that.
half of it
Again,
felt
I
like
agree.
it's filler.
Lewis,
And in the end, when the big parts of the story happened, it didn't focus on the big parts. It focused on some random little bit that they eventually tossed away for a different bit.
Lewis, I can actually agree with you there, but again, though, it's not the actual. People keep going on saying that it's the actor's fault because they make the show. They not make it. It's the directors that make it. They make the show. It's the director's fault if they make the story because they make the stories for Doctor Who, don't they?
I'm blaming the director.
I mean,
I'm not blaming the actress. I'm blaming the
Jodie
director.
Whittaker, I've got to say, she was fantastic.
She
really was a good Doctor. It was just the stories that let her down. It was the story. I mean, because they made the Power of the Doctor. They made that brilliant. Power of the Doctor was awesome. I really enjoyed that special. That was a good special to end that. But she was actually going on saying that because before that came out, she was saying that she actually wanted to do a anniversary special with David Tennant. Obviously, it didn't happen. And then after that came out and David Tennant come back, they were saying that Matt Smith was going to return, which never happened. We never saw him in it whatsoever. That was never going to return. And but he come out and said, and Michael probably watched this as well. He come out and said that he would only come back to Doctor Who to play the Master. That's the only reason he would come back to Doctor Who to play the Master. I saw that on YouTube.
Half right and half wrong on that. He did say he would like to come back and play a villain, like maybe the Master, but he is open to return as the Doctor.
I hope he is, because him and David Tennant are good doctors. They are good doctors. They are rated the best ones so far. They are rated the best in Doctor Who history. So far, for the new Doctors, not the old ones, the new ones that have come out recent, David Tennant is first, Matt Smith second. They make the best ones, the best Doctors. I mean, the shoot together, he's not too bad. I like him. I mean, the way he's going at the moment, he's going okay. I don't mind the Doctor in the season 1. But would it be a Doctor that I think would last for like 4 seasons, like how David Tennant did? I mean, in my opinion, I think he would last. But it depends now if they will lose. What's it called? Oh, damn it. Subscribers. I mean, because in my opinion, I think Disney have made it that bad now that there's viewers not going to watch Doctor Who. For that reason, because obviously Disney have joined working with BBC now, so they're making it more for kids.
I'm gonna delete Discord. I swear to God.
I really don't know.
A question I've seen in chat by the Trash Picture Show. No, Millie Gibson is not leaving. It's going to be a 2 TARDIS team again with Millie and your one Vashra, I think. So it was just rumors that she was leaving because they had seen filming with this new companion, and so that's what they thought. So yeah, it's going to be a two companion team, which I'm not happy about. I'd rather it just stick to the one companion for a while, because we've had all of Jodie's run has been overcrowded with multiple companions, and that wrecks certain character developments for certain companions. Like Graham and Ryan had little to no development, and hell, even Dan had next to no development at all in the 7 or 8 episodes he was in. Like once it came to Power of the Doctor, after the beginning, he was written out of it straight away. So I think they shouldn't have brought in a new companion straight away, like another new one.
They just keep. Honestly, in recent times, I just think the whole story feels like it's being more forced to a narrative, trying to keep out of controversy. Like, stay out controversy 1. Get good animation 2. Find the actors 3. get the good props for Story 5. It feels like they're pushing Story back just to make sure I'm pretty sure they've rewritten the stories to make sure they stay into a certain narrative.
Okay, right. So, guys who's watched the stream, thank you for all coming on. I'm going to end it here. It's been a good hour of 40 minutes today, a longer one from a month ago. I'll be back on next month. Yeah, but thanks for Michael who's joined. Lewis, thank you for joining as well, mate. Thank you for here he is. No, why is he back now? Right, I was about to leave and you just come back.
I am
now you add me. He's gonna end the live.
No, because you left. And you never come back. Now you've just come back.
Oh no, he's been back for a while.
Put some comments in the private chat asking on if you're going to add him back in.
Oh,
yeah, he did.
I didn't see them. Oh,
How
sorry,
do
Ban, I
you
didn't see
know?
them. I didn't even kick you out. I didn't kick you out in the first place.
20 minutes.
But yeah, thank you for Brandon coming back. Ban, I'll talk to you in the backstage, and Michael and Lewis, if Lewis wants to stay on. I'll talk to you all in the backstage anyway. Yeah, so thanks for everyone who's come on. AJ, Gareth, Michael, Lewis, Brandon, Mom. Oh, Paintendo guy. Even chaps, hope you're all well. See, people just come in when I'm leaving.
People just
oh my god. Pete, you're a bit too late, mate.
They heard
yes, we're going to see you very soon in the next live. So take care, guys. Bye.
Adios.
If I'm outro, give me a sec. Michael's still waiting. My thing's glitching. Yeah, so it's not going to be an outro, he's glitching to me. So yeah, I'll see you on the next stream, guys. Bye.
Bye.